Hey guys, it's been a while. I'm going to be going through some of this year's papers, Cambridge papers. So today we're going through this year's O-level E-Math paper 1. I've heard some things about this paper from my juniors telling me that it's more tricky than past years, but we'll give it a shot. I'm actually making this video mainly for my juniors back in my secondary school, ACS Barker Road. I graduated in 2020, however my teacher contacted me and asked me to make some videos for these papers. Uh, I believe there are probably already quite a few videos about this paper on YouTube, but this video is dedicated to my students and my juniors. However, if you happen to stumble across this video and you need it for any purpose, well, that's good for you. I'll be here today to go through the E-Math paper 1. Alright, so let's see what we have. The first question is a simple calculation question. This kind of questions simply test whether or not you know how to use your calculator. And as per usual, if the accuracy is not specified, we'll give the answer to 3 significant figures. And if you entered your number correctly, you should get minus 1.94. Okay? If you didn't get the correct answer, it means that you pressed the calculator wrongly. Okay? So just check. Simplify the following. Okay? 3 times 5 is 15, and when you see like terms, you can combine the powers by adding them. So this is 15y to the power of 8. Treat 2x minus 1 minus 2. Expand this, you get 6x minus 3, so this is 6x minus 5. Question 3. Here's a set of numbers. Find the median and find the range. Okay, so the median, well, if we write the numbers in order, we'll get 14, 16, 19, 25, 32, 32, 32, 40. So the middle numbers are so-called 25 and 32, right? So the median is 25 plus 32 divided by 2, which is 28.5. And find the range. Well, the biggest number is 40 and the smallest number is 14. So 40 minus 14 equals to 26. So the first three questions are quite okay so far. First 4 diagrams in the sequence, find the number of dots in diagram 8. So you can see that there's a common difference of 3 for each diagram. So this is an arithmetic sequence. So find the expression in terms of n for the number of dots. Let's actually answer the part B first. So you will get 3n plus 2. Okay, and you can use this formula to find that this one will be 26. Okay, so why is this so? You could just list out all the numbers, but what I should say is that the common difference, first term is so the term is actually a plus n minus 1 d. So d is 3, and then a is what? A will be 5, right? So you have 5 plus 5 plus 3 n minus 1, which simplifies to 3n plus 2. Explain why it's not possible to have a diagram of 157 dots. Well, if I solve 3n plus 2 equals to 157, you will get n equals to something which is not an integer. So you will get 51.66666, which is not an integer. So therefore it cannot be a term of the sequence. Okay. A bag contains pink, blue, and yellow counters. Pick at random. Probability of blue, probability of yellow is given. What about pink? Well, it's actually just 1 minus 2 over 5 minus 2 over 15. Exhaustive because there's only 3 colors. And 2 over 5 is 6 over 15, so this should be 7 over 15. For the second part, we have another bag with 8 red and 16 green counters. More red counters are added until the probability of picking a green counter is quarter. So let n be the number of red counters. Okay, so there are still 16 green counters, so we need to have the probability 16 divided by the total number of counters, so that is 24 plus n. equals to a quarter, which is 16 over 64, so therefore n equals to 40. Okay. The mass of a small pot is A, mass of a large pot is B. So we have two people buying this number of pots. Okay, so this is 4A plus 2B equals to 119, and 5A plus 3B equals to 165, right? And of course, you can solve this in any way you want. If I do substitution, we'll get B equals to 5/3 of 33 minus A. Yes, okay, and we'll substitute this back into here, so we get 4A plus 10 over 3, 33 minus A equals to, well, 4 minus 10 over 3 is 2/3, 2 over 3A plus 110, which is 119. So A is 9 times 3 over 2, which is 13.5. And B is, you can solve it to be 32.5. Yes, okay. I have the answers written already, but you should be able to perform the steps yourself when you're doing the actual paper. Question 7, we have a regular octagon, square, equilateral triangle, and quadrilateral. What is angle BCD? Well, interior angles of regular polygon, we know the formula will be 180 degrees minus the exterior angle. So exterior angle is just 360 degrees divided by the number of sides, which is 8, equals to 45 degrees. So therefore BCD equals to 135 degrees. Okay. Since the question did not ask for your reasons, you do not really need to say that there's adjacent angles on the straight line, although of course you know that that would be the case. Explain why BCDJ is a rhombus. So what are some properties of a rhombus that are important here? Is that if we have 4 equal sides, then that will be sufficient. Okay. So we have the fact that BJ is one of the sides of the square, but BA is also a side and BC is also a side, so everything here is equal. CD is also equal, and we also have the fact that CD and BJ are parallel. If you could prove that JD is equal to every other side as well, that will also work, although I think the most direct one is to use the fact that CD and BJ are parallel, and that is enough to establish that it is a parallelogram. Okay, if you have two sides that are parallel and equal, that is a parallelogram, and the fact that a third side is also equal is sufficient to prove that it is a rhombus. So BJ equals, so the reasoning would be BJ equals to BC equals to CD, and BJ is parallel to CD, so BCDJ is at least a parallelogram. BJ equals to BC implies that it's also a rhombus. Okay, so that will be sufficient. And if you want to convince yourself, you can use vectors that JD will be equal and parallel to BC. Okay, find angle KJD. Okay, so this is just one mark, so however you can obtain it. This is a right angle, this is 60 degrees, and we have found earlier that because it's a rhombus, the opposite angles will be equal, so this is 135 degrees. Okay, so it's just 360 degrees minus the 3 angles. So 90 degrees minus 60 degrees minus 135 degrees, okay, which is 150, so 210, 135, okay, so 75 degrees. Okay, a box measures 84 by 60 by 36. Find the minimum number of cubes with identical cubes. So you need to find the highest common factor of these three numbers. Highest common factor, so 36 is 2 square, sorry. 2 square times 3 square. 60 is 2 squared times 3 times 5. And 84 is 2 squared times 3 times 7. So HCF is 2 squared times 3 equals to 12, right? And therefore you have the minimum number of cubes equals to 84 divided by 12 times 60 divided by 12 times 36 divided by 12, which is actually just 3 times 5 times 7, which is 105. Okay. In the scale drawing, A and B are 2 pots. Okay, so this is a scale drawing, so I don't think I'll get it exact. A box leaves A and sails on a bearing of 40 degrees to a lighthouse 110 kilometers away. When I measured the length of the paper at scale, I think AB is about 8 cm, so it will be slightly longer than that. Unfortunately, of course, I will not get the exact answer because I'm on the computer, but I'll try my best to approximate it. So 40 degrees seems to be about here, okay? Okay. So I need to draw a line through here. Something like that. L will be somewhere here, okay? A second boat leaves B to meet at the first boat at C. They meet at the shortest possible distance. Find the bearing the second boat sails on. Shortest distance means that this is a right angle, right? Okay, so this is 40. Okay, and if you measure this using a protractor, which is totally okay because it's a scale drawing, this is 70 degree. Okay, so therefore this is 60 degree. But if you draw the parallel, then this here is actually 40 degree also. No, it's actually 70 degrees, sorry. 70 degrees. Okay, what I should do is something like this. Okay, this is 70 degree. So the bearing will be, this is 130 degrees, so this is 50 degrees. Okay, but you can see that to get the bearing, we have to go one round clockwise, right? And therefore we should do 360 degrees minus that. So 360 degrees minus 50 degrees is 310 degrees. Okay. Question 10. Oh, this one. This one's slightly tricky. Diagram shows 4 circles, all the same center. Radius of the innermost is 5. Radius of the outermost is 23. The shaded region is divided into 3 equal areas. What is the radius of the larger dotted circle? Okay, so that is the second largest circle basically. Area, shaded area is, well, we have pi r square, so 23 square minus 5 square. So pi 23 square minus 5 square, which just now I worked out was 504 pi. So to find the radius of the larger dotted circle, we can consider the biggest division. Okay. One area equals to 504 pi divided by 3, which is 168 pi. So one has pi 23 square minus r square equals to 168 pi. And what is r? R is radius of larger dotted circle. Okay, and you will get r equals to 19 exactly. Okay, so that is the thought process. It's actually quite interesting. Factorize completely the following expression. Okay, I think this is no problem. 15 2 minus 3a. Expand and simplify this. This is also no problem. I'm quite surprised that they actually asked this question. Like this, the arrangement of the questions this year was a bit strange because there was some easy and some hard questions mixed together instead of putting all the easy. Okay, this one. Wow. Apparently there were quite a lot of debates about this one. Find the fraction of the laptop screen not covered by the image. 3 marks is a bit generous actually, because what I want to do to, you can see that the screen, the laptop screen fills the height and not the width, so therefore the width is kind of in excess. So what we do is convert the ratio of the heights to be equal. That is what we're going to do. So 4 times 5 over 3, so this is 20 over 3 is to 5. Okay, so the fraction of the laptop screen not covered by the image. So to do this, we're going to need to consider, how do I put this in words? We consider the excess. So the excess width in units, 8 minus 20 over 3, and divide it by the units of the width of the laptop screen, which is 8 itself, and then simplify this. 8 is 24 over 3, so you get 4 over 24, which is 1 over 6. Okay, very cool. Each day, Banaz leaves home at the same time, cycles the same route. On Monday, her average speed is 18, arrive 4 minutes late, 24, 6 minutes early. If the time taken to travel and work on Monday is 3 minutes, what about Tuesday? Well, if from 4 minutes late becomes 6 minutes early, so you compensate for the 4 minutes and you give yourself another 6 minutes. So it's just 4 plus 6 equals to 10. So the time taken is t minus 10. Form an equation in t to find the time taken to travel to work on Monday. Let d be the distance traveled. And then time is distance over speed, right? So therefore we have t equals to distance over 18 and t minus 10 equals to distance over 24. And then we can eliminate d to solve this equation. So one has 18t equals to 24t minus 240, which gives 6t is 240, t is 40. Okay. Nilka thinks of an integer. He multiplies by 6 and subtract 20, multiply by 2 and subtract 30. Final answer is greater than 1000. Okay. So I'm not sure whether you need to simplify the inequality once you form it first, but essentially the inequality is you have x to start with, so you get 6x, you subtract 20. This answer you multiply by 2 and subtract 30. And this is greater than 1000. We can solve this inequality. I'm not sure whether you need to write down a simplified inequality first. So if I do that, I'll get 6x minus 20 is greater than 1030 divided by 2, which is 515. And this will give me 6x, x itself is greater than 535 over 6. So by right, this is already the solution of the inequality. Okay, I am not sure what Cambridge was looking for when they said write down an inequality. Does it need to be simplified or what? But if we simplify it now, this will help us with part B also, because I think they do give partial credits for in-between parts. So if you were to solve this inequality entirely, they will still give you the credit. So one has 534 over 6 be exactly 89, and 540 divided by 6 is 90. There's no integer in between, and 535 over 6 is between here, so therefore the smallest one will be 90. 15. Okay, AB and DE are equal in length and parallel. ACE, BCD are straight lines. Show that BD bisects AE. Okay, so we need to prove that these two are equal. Well, if we prove that the triangles are congruent, then we will actually will be done, right? So, angle, angle. So we know these two angles are equal, and we are also given that these are parallel, and they're also equal. And therefore, we can use alternate angles to find the second pair of angles, and we can make a conclusion. So let me write that down. So we have angle ACB equals to angle ECD by vertically opposite angles. We are given that AB is DE, given. And finally, angle ABC. This is actually the same as, we can be given that this is the same as angle EDC. The order of the letters matters as usual because of alternate angles and the fact that AB is parallel to DE. Okay, so by SAS, or no, by AAS rather, by AAS congruence, triangle ABC is identical to triangle EDC, which gives us AC equals to CE. Therefore, BD bisects AE. Okay. Because D is the intersection point of C is the intersection point of BD with AE. So AC is CE, so therefore there is a bisection. Okay. Factorize the following. Okay, I'm surprised that they give 2 marks for this. You can do the table method, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to write this as 4x squared plus 10x minus 6x, then plus 5 and minus 3. And then you can kind of see where this is going, right? You'll get 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 3 somehow. How do I express this? Well, this is sum of roots. Sum of roots will be... Sum of roots is -1. So product of roots is -15/4. Wow. Okay, never mind. So this is 2x plus 5, 2x minus 3. That's it. You can expand this and convince yourself. Basically, the 10x comes from the 5 times 2x, and the minus 6x is 2x minus 3. And 5 and minus 3 is just that. Okay? So, no sum and product of roots here. Sorry about that. I didn't do the table method for a very long time. Okay. PQ and R are 3 points on the circle, center O. QPR is 35, ORP is 30. OQ and PR cross at X. Find OQP. Okay? So, let's work it out. To get this angle, notice that 35 degrees plus whatever this angle is this angle. Furthermore, this angle plus this is this angle as well. So the sum of these 4 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, is actually 180 degrees. Which is really cool, right? So that saves us a lot of time. So let's work things out one at a time. What is this? 70 degrees, right? We'll write down the reasons. Angle QOR equals to 70 degrees. Angle at center equals 2 times angle at circumference. Okay. And one has angle OQR equals to angle ORQ equals to 180 degrees minus 70 degrees divided by 2, which is 55 degrees. Base angles of isosceles triangle. Right? So this is 55. And this here is 25. Right? So we have the fact that OQP, so let's do this way. Angle OQP plus 35 degrees plus 55 degrees plus 25 degrees equals to 180 degrees because of 2 things. Sum of 2 exterior angles equals interior angle, and also adjacent angles on straight line. Right? So these 2 things combined together, 55 plus 25 is 80, then 35 plus OQP is 100, so therefore this is 65 degrees. Okay. Cheng and Xin each tiling a bathroom, matrix question. Okay, 5 floor tiles, 10 wall tiles, 4 adhesive, 2 bags on grout. Xin needs x plus 2, 2 and 1. We have a matrix P, and in the store the parts needed are in this price, and this information is represented by Q. Find in terms of X the matrix T equals to PQ. So you're multiplying a 2 by 4 matrix with a 4 by 2 matrix, so the result will be 2 by 2. So it's a bit painful, but we can go through it. So we have 5 times 140 plus 10 times 105 plus 4 times 13 plus 9 times 2. 9 times 2. Okay. Which is 1,820, I believe. Actually, I wrote down the answers anyway. Oops. So 1,820. And then the next one is similarly 5 times 150 plus 10 times 100 plus 4 times 12 plus 2 times 8. Okay. You get that idea, but I'm going to be just writing down whatever this is, which is 1,814. Okay. We can also do the same for this. So 140x, 105x. So that's 245x. Then you get the plus 2 for 105, so 210 plus 26 plus 9, so that is 245. So that is actually quite interesting. 245 and 245 again. Let me move this over here. And for the last one, 150x, 100x plus 2. So you get 250x plus 200. 2 times 12 plus 8, which is 32. So you get 250x plus 232. Okay. What do the elements in the first row of matrix T represent? So we have Cheng's the parts that he needs for tiling the bathroom, and the prices. So they will be the total costs. Total cost for Cheng to tile the bathroom with parts bought from the store or online respectively, right? Okay. The online price per scenes order is still a lot more than the price in the store. Find X. So the first one is the price in the store, and the second one is online. So we have 250x plus 232 minus 245x plus 245. And this is 5x minus 13, and this is equals to 2. So 5x is 15, x is 3. Okay. Xin orders all the items from the store, or she orders all from the online supplier. What's the lowest price she can pay? Well, the lesser of the two is the one in the store, which is just 245 times 3 plus 245. 245 times 4 is $980. Given that phi sine x is 2, find two possible values of angle x. So sine x is 2 over 5. Let 0x 90, because what we need to know is that one of the property of the sine function is sine x is sine 180 degrees minus x. This is one of the things you need to remember about your trigo, and in fact this is how we find the sine or cosine of obtuse angles also. So in fact, if we do sine inverse 2 over 5, you will get 23.6 degrees. It has to be in degrees because the question itself uses degrees to specify the domain of x. And then 180 degrees minus 23.6 degrees is the other solution, which is 156.4 degrees. 1 dp, of course. Rearrange this formula to make C the subject. Okay, so I see a C over here, so let me add this to the side. So 2C, in fact, never mind. 2C plus C over 3B equals to 5 over 3B minus 3A. So C, 2 plus 3 over B, 2 plus 1 over 3B is, yes, this thing. Okay. So C itself is 5 over 3b minus 3a divided by 2 plus 1 over 3b. But this is not done. We need to simplify this by multiplying the top and bottom by 3b. And this will give us 5 minus 6, oh no, 5 minus 9ab divided by 6b plus 1. Okay. Oops. 5 minus 9ab divided by 6b plus 1. Okay. Right, it's a single fraction in the simplest form. So this one is we multiply and make the common denominator, 3x minus 2 minus 2, 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3, 3x minus 2. This is like a EMAF paper 2 question 1 kind of question. Okay. Your teachers may have taught you no need to expand the denominator. So if we expand the top, we'll get 12. No, I shouldn't skip. Why did I put 12? It should be 9x minus 6 minus 4x plus 6. 2x minus 3, 3x minus 2. If you combine this together, 9 minus 4 is 5, so you just get 5x, and the 6 is cancelled out, so you just get that. 2x minus 3, 3x minus 2. So that's your answer. 22. The diagram shows trapezium ABCD. BDC is 90 degrees, okay, right angles, and we're given the rest of the information. What is CBD? So we're looking for this angle. Actually, all we need to do is find BD. So BD is actually 12.8 sine 38 degrees, right? Because BD is the opposite side. Oops. Which is 7.8805 phi SF. And then CBD, it is an acute angle, so we can use an inverse function. Adjacent over hypotenuse, because BD is the adjacent, so we use inverse cosine. Cosine inverse of 7.8805 divided by 10.3. Okay. And then you will get 40.1 degrees, 1 dp, if you leave it in degrees. Okay. Okay, given that 25 power 2x is 125 power 7, find x. So 25 is 5 squared, and 125 is 5 cubed. So we have to solve the equation. 5 to the power of 4x is 5 to the power of 21. So of course you can eliminate you can just put 4x as 21, because 5 is the same base, so you get 21 over 4. That's the answer. Okay. It's very weird that once again, it's very weird the question order in this paper. They put the easy questions and the hard questions not in order. The table shows the monthly salaries of a group of 30 employees. What is the mean monthly salary? Okay, this one you need to use your calculator. And I'll clear something up later on. So you just need to enter these frequencies into your calculator. So you need to enter the mean amounts: 2450, 2550, 2650, 2750. You should know how to on the frequency table on your calculator. If you don't know how to do that, ask your friend, ask your teacher. So you just enter these values. Now, some teachers will tell you that you need to put 2449.5 because 2499 is the maximum here. That's actually not true in this case, because that is assuming that money is divided into discrete integer intervals, which is not true. If you work in financial stuff, you will include decimal points also. So it is much wiser to simply assume that the intervals are infinitely divisible, and therefore it's a continuous interval. So the middle is so-called defined to be 2450. It will be very close to 2450. We'll just define it as that, okay? If you don't understand, then just take the average of these two. The mean monthly salary, if you press your calculator correctly, to get, you go to variable in your stats, once you enter all the stuff and you choose X bar, that is going to be the mean monthly salary, and that will be 2640. The standard deviation is sigma x. So there'll be an option on the variables, which is sigma x. That will be your standard deviation. Do not choose this SX thing. This thing is not relevant to the O-level syllabus. This is a GC thing. Specifically, it is the unbiased estimate of a standard deviation, which is only useful if you are doing a hypothesis test, which is obviously not in the O-level syllabus since you probably haven't heard of it. So make sure that you choose sigma x. This is the sample standard deviation, which is 90.74 to 2 dp. In fact, I think it was exactly 90.74. No, actually that seems highly unlikely. I can't remember, but it was 90.74 to 2 dp. Okay. Each of the employees is to be given a salary increase of 60 per month. Explain how the mean and standard deviation will change. This is a standard question also. Mean will increase by 60. No change to SD, right? Yeah. For the last question, some bacteria are introduced into a culture. So we have N bacteria. T hours after being introduced is M times 2 to the power of 3T. After 1 hour, the number of bacteria is 2000. So 2 to the power of 3, M equals 2000. 2 to the power of 3 though is 8. So 8M is 2000, M is 250. Oops, it's 250. Find in terms of K the number of bacteria when 8 power T equals to K. Okay, this question was a bit, I was a bit confused when I saw this at first, but actually it's very simple. 8 power T is exactly 2 power 3T. So in fact, you get N equals to 250 times 8 power of T, which is K. Which is 250 times power of K. Because 8 power T is itself equals to K. Sorry. Yeah, the question is a bit confusing, but, well, it's not confusing, but it's a bit shocking that they asked this. So it's 250K. Find the increase in number of bacteria after 2 hours as a percentage of the number of bacteria originally introduced. So this one you actually don't need to crunch the numbers, although you can, of course. You just need to observe that the rate of increase is 8 power T, and therefore you will get 8 squared minus 1 divided by the original thing, which is 1, in fact, then times 100%. This is 6300%. And finally, which of the diagram represent the graph of N against T? It's an exponential graph, and it's a positive power. So you should know which graph it is. I think it is in the EMAF syllabus. It doesn't start from 0, and it is not a plateauing kind of distribution. It is going up without a bound, so therefore the only one can be diagram 3. Yeah, that is the EMAF paper 1. Now I went through the paper very quickly because once again I know all the steps. However, I did skip quite a number of steps today because not sure how much you guys need to know. But if there's anything that I got in this video that you don't understand, leave it in the comments. I will try to reply. And I have verified with a tuition center for the answers. These are the answers provided by a tuition center, and this is the method that I have gone, and I've been able to get all of the answers. So if there's anything wrong, let me know, and I'll reply to you, okay? But that will be it for now, and I will see you guys very soon for hopefully the paper 2, as well as this year's AMAth papers. I'm not sure if I have time. I will probably go through the A-level H2 math papers as well, especially paper 2, because I will admit the paper 2 this year was a bit challenging. So if I am able to, I will go through the O-level E-math paper 2, O-level A-math papers, and the A-level H2 math paper. I'll try to get all those done, and it will probably spill over to next month, January 2023, because I haven't gotten my enlistment letter yet, which means that I'm not getting enlisted in January, so I should be able to complete everything. In any case, take care now, and I'll see you guys real soon.